Hello, welcome to end of the course speaking for IELTS. What is your name?
My name is Nora.
Nora, how are you today, Nora?
I feel so happy today because I am going for the speaking test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this test is going to have three sections. For part one, I am going to ask you questions that are very common, daily routines, just to get to know you better. Part two question is called with a cue card task, and then part three is more complicated questions. So are you ready for the part one?
Yes.
Okay, first question is, tell me about someone in your family you like spending time with.
Yes. I like to spend all my time with my husband because actually I live with him. I got married 2 years ago, and we loved each other. And I love to talk with him because he knows many things. His knowledge is so wide, so I learned so much from him in many sectors, and he also teach me how to learn English. And sometimes he told me about some news in the world, like the about the environment, the natures, or some who the residents who get his 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 positions, and how to control the strength and the weak of presidents, how to control his countries.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much for that one. Were your parents strict when you were a child? Were your parents strict when you were a child?
My parents treat. When I was a child, I lived with my parents in um, my hometown. Is a small village with some cottage and a pet where I grew up during my childhood.
Okay. How often do you have family get-togethers?
Actually, from since I got married, I have no time and no more chance to spend my time with my with my family. We rarely get together because sometimes in some special occasions I come back to my hometown and have some family gathering with my family, with my father and my brothers and two nephews.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much. So this is the part two of our exam. So here I give you a cue card and here a space of paper so you can write. You are given 1 minute to prepare your answer. Your time starts now. Time's up. You may now begin speaking.
Okay. I'd like to tell you about my dad. He's 65 years old now, and I live far from my dad. He's got a disease so long time, many about 6 years ago, and he's always tell me and taught me how to become a good person and how to get well with my husband in marriage. And sometimes he also taught me how to improve myself, and he always gives me an effort that I have to learn and work hard to get the better jobs. And he also teach since my mother passed away many years ago. Actually, before that, I never get on well with my dad because I didn't, and I actually don't know how to how to get on well with my family members. I just think for myself, but from my mom's dad, I know who is the most important person of my life, and I even though I live far from my dad, but I always call back to and talk with him every week. Not every day, but I try to call him every week.
Okay, that's the end. Time's up. So now we are going to move on with our part 3 for the examination. So I'm just going to ask you questions related to everything we talked about. So first, do you think parents discipline children enough these days?
Excuse me, can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. Do you think parents discipline children enough these days?
Discipline. What you want to say? Discipline. I think discipline is mean you make a lot of effort for them, or
Making an effort to like, it's like raising them with good attitude, good manners, and something like that. Like,
yes,
raising a kid should be.
Thank you for your advice. I think even in the past or now or in the future, parents always is either the symbol or the for their children. And my parents not only guide them how to become how to do the good attitudes in childhood, but how to make for them the direction or the guides in their life, and they should not to draw out the what to do. Yes, but they just give some advice, and their children will choose their decisions. Yes.
Okay. Sorry. In what ways is family life different now to the past?
Yes, nowadays there's some difference from the past. Like sometimes parents they don't access into their children's life, but they give them a freedom, choose the way of their life, and also they give free for children. They can go out for their leave and choose. And sometimes they choose the study, the university they want to study, and also when in the past the parents also ask their child for giving a birth, but they say no, and they want to enjoy their life, and they will decide how many births they want.
Yes. Okay, so one last question, Nora. What are some of the pressures on family life today? What are some of the pressures on family life today?
Okay, the pressures, I think some families they also got that the economic problem, yes, and the how to arrange a good living conditions for many people in our house who live together. And one more thing is the elderly care, because sometimes the children go out for their life, but they leave the elderly at home and they want to take care of them.
Okay, that's the end of our course speaking test. Thank you very much, Norah.